Did you know you let Darlene in? Be quiet, Darlene, you gotta behave.
I did.
All
Hello,
right.
Darlene. All right, let's I think we'll let everybody in.
Okay. Did you want me to look for Sheila?
Yeah, I was in that earlier.
There she is. She's coming in.
Rick, I love that beard.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's see.
I grabbed two of the buttons.
All right, we're gonna go live right now. All right, I'll go ahead and I'm so excited to get going on this. I'm even bypassing the intro. You guys, if you're brand new here, we got people coming in still. I want to bring everybody up to speed. We got an MSI that's over our Brainfood ambassador program, and that is Sheila Matchett. Sheila, I'm gonna do this incredible, crazy view because I like it.
Go for it.
And there we go.
Wow, larger than life there.
I'm a little bit away from mine. Let's see. Yeah, I got the step back for the screen.
Okay.
All right, everyone, welcome to our Brainfood ambassador overview and opportunity. I'm going to give you an overview of what we've created, how we've kind of got here, where things are going, because it's launching this year shortly. It's coming fast. I had some amazing progress happen this week, so I'm really excited where things are at. After this call, we'll be getting on another call, which is where we tie in our parts from Australia and we continue the path and just see where everything is at. The curriculum's being loaded. So let me back up a second. Back in 2017, Tanya and I invested with our dear friends over there in a tutoring school in Sydney, Australia. And we took a lot of bits and pieces of technology and built things around to make it the best tutoring program out there. And we got ahead of the game as far as online schooling and training. And when COVID hit, it helped us launch into an even bigger way. The pandemic went on for what seemed like forever, and our tools got better and better and better. And then we, as that was progressing, and we were realizing, hey, there is a lot that we can do to help fix education. And you're hearing all the problems. And as a grandfather and having grandkids now entering the school system, there's some things we don't like, right? And you know, it's not just us. It seems like everybody. So we were looking at it, and one day I was on the phone with Daniel. And I'm like, you know, all that stuff we did to do the tutoring, we could literally launch a complete solution for education here in the U.S. And you know, got on with our CTO Peter. And I'm going to take some water, guys. I've been going all day. Got on with our CTO Peter, and we were creating a lot of education platform stuff for us as well. And we basically get to take this incredible technology and use it for education, for K through 12 and beyond. All right, so we've already got a launch plan. We're going to be taking amazing curriculum taught by real teachers over video conferencing to the homes or wherever the location is of the students. And I'm going to tell you, the language is getting there. We got legal reviews on everything. We're going to have an amazing landing page here shortly that has everything spelled out. And I got to tell you, the advantages to having a school process the way we're going to be delivering it as Brainfood Ambassador compared to everything out there, we are so far above everybody else. We have a great vision on this, but you know, we are creating professional stuff for tutoring in Australia and also to educate business people in adult education platforms. And we've been doing that for 15 years. So taking all this advantage, I call it advantage programming and expertise, not to mention we've got the backing of a very successful tutoring business out of Australia and all the curriculum instructions and everything else to put things together the way we did. We're ready to go. So now it's a matter of launching. We're going to launch classes. I guess I can speak to it now. It'll be the last week of August. In fact, the last Monday of every August will be the start of the school year. We're going to be close enough to like East Coast start times and not too bad for the West Coast, but it's pretty much a year-round routine. It's a year-round school. There's, you know, so many days of education they need to get in, and we're going to have a lot of elective classes and things for them to participate in throughout the year. The first year is going to be all the setups. We got all the teachers coming in, and we're going to be adding new teachers all the time. And these teachers will be setting up their curriculum, or we're using our curriculum to setting up their training path. We're going to give them the freedoms to teach the way they teach, with their personality, their delivery processes within the confines of obviously the digital platform we're on. And those are going to be recorded. And that way a student that misses it can still attend and the teacher still can get paid. We have an amazing process for the teachers to earn, basically can get paid what they're worth. And if they're really, really good and they're attracting a lot of students and making a lot of headway, they're going to make more than others that aren't. And it allows it to be a very good equilibrium. And we can see what we can do to help other teachers become better to reach more students. And we're going to constantly be adding more students, adding more teachers. It's a complete, it's a capitalism solution to education with amazing entrepreneurs and backing behind it. We have the whole support system of R247, which is, literally there's tens of thousands of online support staff and marketers that are building this platform and supporting this platform. And Sheila is the MSI in charge of all the teachers, making sure all the curriculums like set up right, all the things are set up that need to be set up. And there's a lot to come into it. There's a lot of funding programs for cash, things that are going to help, parents give their kids a proper education and put it in their hands. And a lot of states are going that direction. I got to tell you, when I was looking up all the different sourcing of funding, it's amazing. And we're set up differently based on the states. We got different charters and everything else state by state that we're abiding by based on what gives the most available access to the funding for the parents and students in that state. It's not uniform, it's spread out. There's different ways they do it. And we're going to just adapt to it. And that's something that's really good about how we operate anyway. We have in-house legal, we have in-house programming, everything's in-house here. We don't have third-party outsourcing of anything other than some technology services. And even that is kind of home spun for our way. We've got a very big foundation to do this with. So I'm going to let you guys know that the new compensation model for this, it follows what we have in a company called DTCA, which is Direct to Consumer Ambassador. This is direct to consumer education. We're taking it right to your home in an amazing delivery path and in a very effective way. It's going to allow, kids to advance at their pace. It's going to allow a lot of things. It's based on a school year. It's fundamentally set up for payments on a monthly basis so that it can be easily afforded for those that can't even get state funding yet, or there are some states that are behind the times, a few. Our pricing is ridiculous. Like, it is so effective and cost effective, that is, and we were able to do that. It's one of those things that, man, we're so proud to have it and spell it out. And when you see the landing page that's coming here literally in the next week or two, and then all we're going to be waiting on is all the banking and stuff to get set up. And then we're going to launch this and start signing up families. And they'll sign up for $1 to hold their account. Account fees are $99 a month for access to the entire list of curriculum K through 12. That's a family cost. Up to 10 users per account. Each user will pay a monthly, well, they'll pay a yearly fee paid monthly for grades 1 through 8 and a little bit more for grades 9 through 12. Kindergarten's free. In fact, we want them to get an account as a user. They can get access to the kindergarten, but we're going to be broadcasting the kindergarten classes on YouTube. It's our marketing effort as well, that people see how teachers are interacting, see how this new system works. You know, it's not homeschool. It is direct to the home, direct to consumer, school delivered with an amazing curriculum and teachers to back it all up. And it's more and more effective how we do things. It's oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. So come here every Wednesday. I'm gonna have Sheila talk about more and talk about the teacher side. Come here every Wednesday as we're launching this out there. We are literally going to be offering a solution that children anywhere can get access to the U.S. education process, our curriculum, and we're launching it US and Australia. We're gonna be building that out, and eventually we will cover all the countries. We'll cover all the languages. We'll be able to do all that because of the platform. We'll attract the right people. We'll get the right teachers. But this is something where I mean, there are so many diversities to it. I almost want to bring up something. I'm going to read. I'm not going to show you this because all the legal work's being reviewed. We did, I mean, countless hours to get this far. But I'm just going to read some highlights. So bear with me 1 second. One second. Let's see. Sheila, I'm gonna have you come on for just a bit. How we come in with the teacher applications?
Guys, it's amazing. I got like 5 more this week already, and we're having our first meeting on Friday at 4. So if you've put in a resume and you're not on my email list, or you've had it in there prior to the last 2 weeks, please check your email, maybe in your junk or spam, because I have been sending updates, requests for scheduling, to making sure that you're on these training calls on Wednesday to get your questions answered. But I have been sending out requests to set up appointments for step 2, which is your interview. I've had people say, well, they haven't heard. I have everybody that's given me an email has been sent an email to set up information so that we can get on a Zoom call and do your initial interview. As far as teachers, guys, please don't just, even though we want it to be specialized, as far as the music and PE and activities like that, if you have another specialty, please put that on there too, because we're going to fill the basic curriculum first, and then all the electives will come in after we get that set up, because we have to make sure we have that. I've got teachers requesting for music and, you know, just to do that. I've got teachers requesting just to do PE, band, and those things are going to be sort of elective classes. We need to make sure if you can teach PE, that's great. But if you can teach an English or a core subject, that will be amazing too. So make sure you have that in your descriptions when you do fill out your resume. I'm not turning any teachers away, but if it's not in the curriculum currently, as the need arises, we will be pulling from our pool of teachers that we have in there. I've also had people say that they've signed up or tried to sign up a teacher with their non-ship link, and they're like, why is wine on there? It is on there because that's our platform until we move over. Once we move over, they will not see anything but education. So
Correct.
Let them know that. Once we launch or pre-launch for the pre-sign-ups for students, they will not see anything but education. So now is the time for them to get in. Like I said, we've been saying this, they get in for the $59.95 Vortex now, so they don't have to pay the $250 later. They will be grandfathered in. Anybody that comes in after the launch will pay the $250. All we're going to be doing is just moving or migrating all the teachers on that platform over to the Brainfood platform. And Peter's already got everything smooth over. If you are in our PBS or Triple R group and you only have the $14.95 Vortex, you have to upgrade. Okay. That's the only way we got the system set up. So get with the instructor if you don't know how to do that. Those of you that are coming in that are not part of PBS, congratulations. welcome to our family. We are going to be getting everything on board with our teacher program, and you will have literally access to everything that we have in our program, whether you want to do it or not. It is there for you. It's an incentive. It's just another way for you to make income. The other thing is that you can refer, once you get onboarded with our program, you can refer students to our education platform, and then you will get the commissions off of that student for life as long as that student is in our program, and as long as you're in the program. So that's the one thing, is that once the teachers do get onboarded, they have ways to make income in addition to their teaching platform. As Rory said, even though our first year is going to be our stepping stone, so to speak, but once you get in there, say you have a student that wants to come in mid-semester, or once school gets started and they want to play catch up, you get paid on your recorded videos that they have access to. So they don't even have to be literally in your live class for you to get paid on that student. If they attend your class, whether it be remotely through video or live through your online teaching, you will get paid for that student that attends. So once we get started and get everybody onboarded, then we will be showing you how to go in and create your YouTube accounts, so that you can get yourself out there and show your style and technique on how you want to teach your particular classes. And that is to draw your students to you. And get the parents. You don't forget the parents, because if the parent ain't happy with you, they're not going to let their student or their child come to you. So we want to make sure that it's very professionally done. We want to make sure that you do show and highlight yourself, your individuality, but also make sure that you let them know that, hey, I'm still going to give your child the best education that I can give them. And that's about it in a nutshell, guys. Just don't deter anybody. Like I said, if you got a 4-year degree, if you have teaching experience, if you just got out of college with a teaching degree or any kind of degree, and you feel confident, give me your resume. Let us go through it, because you just never know. You might be that one person that one student relates to and nobody else can.
And here's the thing, and let everybody know, is this is a big undertaking. And we're going to launch this thing now, and it's just going to get better and better and better. And for anybody that's been around Triple R 247, the stuff that we do behind the scenes, we just make things better all the time. So launching this, it's just got to be good enough to get out. And the teachers, you're going to be building a curriculum that, like we were bringing up there, we have a way for you to get paid on it every time it's accessed. So we value education. We value training at a very high level. And when we put this together, we were like, how can we get teachers to get paid their worth? And we figured it out. And not only did we figure it out, but we figured out to where they can take advantage of it, to where year by year and year, as they're helping create more curriculum and doing live classes, they're going to get the rewards of creating the, I guess I would call it, the recordings, so that students that miss the trainings or that want to get extra training, that they can access it. And we're going to, it's going to be a very flexible direction. The kids can access things at certain times. And they're paying for a year, and they're paying for a year at a time. We allow them to pay it over 12 months. Some kids are going to, depending on where they get the funding from the parents, they might pay it all up front. It depends on the state. We have to be very flexible in how we do things. And fortunately, we are extremely adaptable. And it is something, when I look at the spreadsheets on it, if you're a math teacher, for instance, and you're specializing in math, well, you might do several of the same sessions in the same day to cover the scope of students from East Coast to Hawaii. And we, and we're going to have versatile times and classes. Like, the benefits of remote classrooms, which is what we're doing in an effective way, is people can really arrange their days, and they can knock out school in 3 or 4 hours at home and go do other activities and really prosper in sports and extracurricular stuff. And they can literally, get freedom to not be confined to an institution in their location, which allows the parents to now be flexible. This is for the changing world. And the time is now. We picked an amazing time to launch it. The world wants a solution. And, I like to bring up Elon Musk. I think he's an amazing, amazing entrepreneur and businessman. He has a lot of points on education. And if you see what we're rolling out, and when you see what we're rolling out, it allows kids to advance at will. It allows people to get their focus they have. And because of the structure and because of the pricing we were able to put off here, you know, with the funding you get from the states, in most cases, it'll also pay for your kid to have a top-notch tutor to really advance and get onward to be a better citizen and a better contributor with knowledge and skill sets to advance in life and have a better quality of life. The solutions that this provides are just, I'm so proud of what we're having. You guys haven't even seen it yet. The landing page is going to be very informative. Again, we're marketers, so we're going to spill it out very well. So it's going to be like, boom, this is all the stuff that's here. Here's the benefits of it. Here's how the funding stuff works, and they can get signed up. And again, we're going to sign up families for $1, and then we're not going to charge them until the 14th of August, so 2 weeks before the classes start, and their monthly things will start. So they can be committed. They'll have access to see the curriculum as soon as it's turned on, and they can also start referring other families in. And we believe in referrals. Referral marketing has been a very strong part of what we've done for 3 decades. And if they refer just 3 families in, or even 1 family, they're going to get credit towards that their monthly fee, and then offset it.
They're $99. Their $99 fee, not their
$99
class
yeah,
fee.
the monthly access fee.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's a business opportunity with this, which we're going to be covering more and more. And those that are already part of Triple R 247, this is part of the DTCA program they're already in. I'll clarify some things. If you're in DTCA, you get to market this as well. It's already part of the whole structure. Everything under the DTCA umbrella is there. Brainfood Ambassador is a separate brand under DTCA, and the logins and all the access will be completely education based. It will not tie into our other programs, though those that are part of the marketing efforts get everything. So you'll see it as the stuff comes together. I'm so excited about this.
The other thing, guys, that I'm like Roy. It's every time I think about it and I've talked to people, it just brings home how much education means to me. I homeschooled my kids. I didn't like the way the school system set up because I had one that was dyslexic and one that was ADHD. So I had both ends of the spectrum, and both of them wanted to put them either on medication or in special classes. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. They just need a little bit more attention. So I talked to my husband, and we came home. He said, you come home and you teach your kids. We teach our kids. And that's what I did. I set my home up as a private school, and I got funding that way. But there were other parents that we had to group together. I mean, I was driving sometimes 40, 45 minutes just to drop my kid off so that they can take class with another, and we would swap kids, or we would meet at the library and have class. So this alleviates that, where now they can just sit at home with the parent and do the same thing. Like Roy said, we're going to be launching in Australia at the same time. Well, guess what? You teachers that teach that morning on that class, if you have a student in Australia, they're going to come in and pull up your recording, and guess what? You get paid. But if you have enough students in Australia, then you might reschedule yourself to where it's like, okay, 1 day a week, I'm going to be live for that class because I got 10, 15 students there. Instead of having them watch your video, you show up live. That's the good thing about this, is you get to manipulate your schedule based on your classes and when you can show up. And you get paid either way. It's just going to be amazing. And then even the families that come in, once they get their students settled and their child settled and they're happy, they're content, they don't have to worry about bullying, they don't have to worry about getting up, they don't have to worry about anything distracting their child from learning, then they're going to recommend this program. And then that parent's going to see a benefit, because then all of a sudden their monthly fee is free. And if they see another benefit to say, oh, I can make money from this, then it just compounds. There's so many different avenues to go through, all through education. And if you don't think the online marketing for education, or just education at home out of the norm, isn't a big thing, look at some of the commercials on TV, on the radio. Look at some of the billboards ads. Even colleges are going online. I mean, I did my last year of nursing online, except for I had to go in for labs and stuff. But for the most part, it was online. So that's the one thing. And of hearing, well, what about sports? I want them to have activities. Guess what? If there's enough kids in one area, they can do their 4-H club. They can even join their regular public school in clubs. They can go, the state cannot dissuade them, or even the school can't dissuade them from going in and trying out for a sports activity. But if you're getting the full funding from an institution or a grant, there are other travel leagues, there are other athletic associations that they can get a better sports education and a better recognition in their sports by going outside the school sometimes.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of solutions come forth. And I'm also going to tell you, like, most communities have they have a community rec center, and they already have activities. Okay.
Yep.
So it's good for the kids to get out there and get more active. But think about this, right? Because the way this is structured, the school days can be so much more organized and can flow around activities better than ever.
Yep.
Better than ever. And so it's going to create, it's always a supply and demand and everything. It's going to create the necessary needs and availability to develop the kids. And depending on where you're located, you're gonna have our options already, and other things will help develop. We can find places to do things, but there are so many rec programs for the youth to, and swimming locations, and, based on the interest of where they want to go. But it actually is more conducive to a healthier lifestyle because they're not locked up in an institution, moved through a process of stuff where the education's a third of the time and 2/3 is where they have exposure to things that aren't necessarily teaching them how to progress, right?
Yep.
We want them to progress in life and be outstanding contributors to society. And we want to give them skill sets so they can be paid well, they can live well, have great quality of life. And we get to do all of that in the confinements of the structure, but we're going to be adding so many more electives, so many more other directions. We can teach proper stuff, and we're not funded by anybody that's going to be pulling our directions anywhere, right? We're doing a solid curriculum, and, we're going to be able to bring on a lot of teaching options and career paths and so much more. What you hear about our assessment programs that happens at the 10th grade level, there's so many things that we got to roll out, but, come here on Wednesdays so we see it. We like to do a 30-minute overview every Wednesday. I went a little over, Sheila. I don't know if you want to do some Q&A, but you guys get the teacher stuff in. This is going to launch, and it's going to have some little bumps like anything, but we're going to be getting a lot of teachers going, a lot of students going. But the thing about the teachers, what I like the most is, even if they don't have a lot of students in their class, they're building curriculum that's going to generate them revenue as it's used later.
Yep.
And it's,
and one of the marketing things, guys, that you can market. I know when I was homeschooling my kids, when my husband needed to go on vacation, we didn't go on vacation when everybody else went on vacation, because I literally picked my kids' books up and we traveled. So we were home when everybody else was vacationing. And then when everybody else was in school, we were vacationing, and there were no crowds. My kids didn't wait in line for amusements. So market that, because I know there's a lot of people that are working. One of my friends, they have to give their time off at the beginning of the year, so that they know that they can't come up and do surprise. Oh, I want to take 2 weeks off here, 2 weeks there. So guess what? If they're homeschooling, they can decide when they want to go on vacation immediately and where, and don't have to worry about it. All they got to do is pick up their laptop and go. Their kids can go. They're not going to miss any school. They're not going to be accounted. They can stay up with their classes. So that's one of the things that you can market to a parent is, hey, vacation when you want to, and not let your world revolve around your kids having to be at school.
There are so many advantages to this whole program. And yeah, guys, remember, like we say homeschool because it's a home. This isn't homeschooling. This is, teachers teaching your kids directly to the home or to your computer, right?
Online.
It's just an online path, direct to home education. It's awesome. All right. Be here next Wednesday. We're going to have landing pages anytime soon, waiting on legal review and the graphics to tie in. And then we're going to be starting to push things out there. We're going to start recruiting teachers off the same landing pages. and they'll be going right in there. The Vortex system, just so you guys know, we have a big Vortex system that markets a lot of things. We're going to be utilizing the same Vortex system, only the Brainfood side of it will just be fed in. It'll be its own compartmentalized marketing thing. Brainfood's Brainfood. It's a division of direct to consumer, but we're locking that in because it is education. It won't tie into anything else that we have. So if you have the Vortex system, you'll have that as well. And then we also have all of our additional marketing stuff fully available in the other aspects of the Vortex. So remember, we're marketers. We got this all keyed in. You don't need to have two systems. You just have one. But if you're a teacher, you have to be on the bigger platform to have access to all the tools and everything that you get. And also the teachers get if you're going to be a referral market yourself, and there's compensation, and you literally could get paid on two sides of it. We'll be spelling this out. Everything's being put together. I love watching everything come together. I mean, it goes from being spec'd out. We already have the technologies to what we needed to refine here. A lot of Q&A, a lot of research, and then we roll it out there. But it's on a platform that we control and we can be very versatile with. I'm just excited that we're here, and we are launching classes in August. And it'll just get better and better from day one to infinity. All right. God bless everyone. See you guys next Wednesday.
Joe has a question. We're going to answer Joe's question, and then we're going to call it a night.
That's fine.
All right, Joe.
Joel can talk.
Yes. You should be able to unmute, Joe.
There we go. Now I can unmute. Okay, so the question I have to ask. My sister has been teaching for probably about 20 years, but doesn't actually have a teacher's didn't actually graduate from teacher's college. She graduated with a psychology degree, but has been teaching in a Christian school for 20 years. Is that okay, or do we need to actually have a teacher's degree?
Send me her application. If she has a degree in anything and she has the skills and she's been teaching, that qualifies to me.
Cool. That's all I want to know. Thanks.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. God bless everyone. See you guys at the trainings. Remember, we have Thursday trainings for R 247. We're going to be rolling out so much marketing stuff. Timeline, we're launching the landing pages so we can start getting everybody in there. And then we're going to move immediately to marketing teachers. It's on, guys. God bless. Love you all.